All right. God damn it, cheese. God damn it, cheese. Okay, in case you didn't see, Cheese just now did 2 tier 1 gift subscriptions to Andrew and Nick. So, thank you, Cheese. I do appreciate it for all the heckling I give you. But anyway, Dungeons & Dragons actually early, even though prior to my other announcement with me saying it was going to be late. Don't ask how it worked out. Just know it did, and that it is a beautiful thing that should not be questioned under any circumstances. But yeah, we're gonna get into this. And one thing I do just want to say really quick, I know the audio from last session ended up being muted at the end, but as Drew will explain, it wasn't that bad. Trust me, it wasn't that bad. Anyway, I think without further ado, we will see if everyone is ready. Alright, how's everyone doing? Alright, nice, I like the energy, yeah. Oh, there we go.
Couldn't find my unmute button.
God damn it. Oh god. Okay. Is Drew here? Okay, maybe not. In which case, yeah. Oh, he's here. Yes, very prepared from the other side of the room. Oh, yeah, there you go. That's that. Alright, let me change over to the overlay and we can officially begin with a recap on my fuck up.
Alright. To do a little recap, well, Beth finalizes some things. Hold on.
Also, I don't know when Sean will undeafen, but should someone just add him and say we're live?
Okay. To summarize some mishaps that happened last time,
Mm-hmm.
I understand it was muted up to the point where the talent show happened.
Yeah. Basically, what ended up happening was I ended up muting it about the time I sent Ezekiel around the talent show. So not too much lost, but you know, if you just give a rough overview from there.
To sum it up, Ezekiel went up, got a rough overview, didn't see much jack shit at all. The talent show happened, a bunch of performance roles were thrown, and Chaos ended up beating the finalist by about 2.
Mm-hmm. Still a win.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, that's really it.
You got told to meet at the castle gates. You went so, and you alone went into the castle with the dazzling princess.
Mm-hmm.
And she agreed to fucking pay your fees and fines to get into the Citadel. And a private carriage awaits as you are now toted towards the Citadel.
It's probably pretty crammed in there, isn't it?
They made room.
Oh, okay, good.
I'm guessing I had to kind of sit in the middle simply because of weight distribution.
And also to break up me and Bird.
I have to get into hate chaos with a deathly passion again.
That's just me anyway.
You guys are crammed inwards in a carriage.
Mm-hmm.
That we are.
Yep, it's a carriage. What's it look like inside? Is it pretty grand? Something good? Something about, it doesn't seem like I cut any corners with this. Guards around us. What's it like?
Sorry, a lot of things. You are in a couple separate carriages because of Beth and Sean's sheer size. Speaking of
I take tips
such,
of Sean.
at him. I did.
No. Yep.
I just sent him an at symbol.
Right,
Anywho,
cool.
And I also DM'd him.
nice.
Alright.
So, in the first carriage is, we're gonna say Chaos, Sean, and Cheese. In the second carriage is Beth and Nick.
Can I move carriages?
You can choose to walk, I suppose. They can
I-
tie a string around you and you can fly.
Alright.
I just have Ezekiel on my shoulder, keeping a very good eye on Cheese.
Can I sit on top of the carriage?
I mean, I suppose you could.
Cool.
All right.
Can I see him on top of the carriage from where I am?
Yes, you can see out the front window.
I just stare.
I like to imagine it just midway during the carriage, like he just said "fuck this" and just sat on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You sit up. Wait, do you want to sit on top of the carriage or up front with the driver?
On top.
Ah, even weirder. Well, you approach the Citadel. Massive stone walls, as tall as you can see. Walls so tall that only a madman would scale it. And to do so would probably spell death. You're entering the south gateway, where there are 8 gateways facing each cardinal and ordinal direction. So you roll on up to the southern gate, and a brutish-looking orc guard checks the carriage's documents. Passing on in, you enter an anti-magic field at a second checkpoint.
Oh fuck.
This
I'd
isn't-
assume at this point, Ezekiel and Terry both disappear.
Oh.
Is that how it works?
Well, kinda. Technically, they are magic, so they just.
So they both poof.
I just sort of look confused, and I guess I tried to take magic and nothing happens.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do I
shit.
still work? Like just me in general.
Yes, you're not magic.
Yeah.
You are bionicle.
I just sort of look around and go, "Oh shit."
I freak out and start screaming Terry.
My face just turns a bright gold. I'm like, hey, all right. No more of that weird demon shit that I've been wondering what the fuck that was about.
The orc guard looks at the bird that's doing the fucking cha-cha slide on the goddamn roof looking for Terry. Wondering what the fuck is happening. And he squints his eyes and waves on through because there's really nothing he can do about Princess's orders.
Alright.
These carts are going in, and apparently the passengers too.
With a
I
special
guess
cargo.
on top of the cart also happens to include that.
Cha-cha real smooth.
And just as a side note, by all accounts, these guards are very heavily armed and armored.
Okay. Noted.
Upon getting into the city, you are met with a grand display. Shops of all kinds, not one thing has been missed. Aside the rather basic shops you will find in any city, there are some rather noteworthy shops. The carriages pull up into the town square where they are allowed to unload, and you are allowed and have been escorted out of the chariots or
Mhm.
carriages.
Does
Not
my detect magic?
Yes, detect magic still works. You're allowed magic in the city, just
Okay.
not into.
Okay, that's good.
So is Terry gone or is Terry back?
We have to do a ritual.
Both Ezekiel and Terry are gone, but they can be resummoned.
Yeah. So I'll have to do the ritual again or use a charge on my staff, which I don't have currently.
Nice.
Yep. Fuck.
Among the shops, other than the basic ones, there is an enchanter, a craftsman, one by the name of Ninth Level, and multiple taverns in which to choose from, along with a grand library. And in the distance, you see the Great Hall.
Okay.
Was there a magic shop?
There is a magic shop.
I want to go there.
I would like to go to the
As
library
fast as I
myself.
can.
All right. So, into the magic shop. Is anyone else going here or there?
I'll go to the magic shop.
I just follow
Alright.
along aimlessly.
Nice. So, heading into the magic shop, you walk over to it's an enchantment / magic shop. You walk over to the grand magic shop of the city. The building is built and held together by magic, shifting shapes and changing accordingly. As you approach the door, planks gather in front of you in the form of stairs and lead up to what soon forms as a door.
I take a couple steps back, a little bit disconcerted as just exactly what I'm faced with here.
Heading on through the door, should you stand on solid stone ground. Above you, enchanters work hard as items, weapons, and ingredients float throughout the air, twisting around in a glorious air show. A faint murmur can be heard as enchantments are cast and set. You can also enchant anything here, even if it's even the usually hard task of changing or upgrading existing enchantments. Curse removal is also available for a hefty price.
I want to ask if they have the ingredients to cast Find Familiar.
But of course.
Of course, you can ask, or of course they have it.
Of course they have it. They're the
Okay.
Citadel's magic shop. They have
Fair
everything.
enough. I want to buy it.
All right, that cost you a gold piece. I don't know. Fuck it.
That's the okay. Yeah, sure.
Sure. I really don't keep track of ingredients that well.
I mean, mainly it's just like a thing about like paying for gold and shit, and I think it's probably like the main thing.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do in here?
Cast Find Familiar.
That takes an hour.
Oh,
He's gonna do it over there in the corner.
yes.
Fair enough. What about you, Beth?
Healing potions for one. Probably want to stock up on those.
All right. Healing potions will run you a gold piece for small, 2 gold for medium, and 3 gold for large. Or lesser, normal, and greater. However you'd like to work at it.
I will take. Oh, excuse me. I will take 10 mediums.
10 mediums.
Yeah.
Alright.
So that's 20 gold on your part. All right. And what of you, Nick? Any magic you're going to be getting into?
I'm kind of operating under the assumption I was standing outside the whole time,
Oh, yeah.
just staring in glaringly. I then turn tail and I head towards the library.
All right.
Is there like a tinker's shop or anything?
There is a craftsman area.
Can I go there?
Sure, but let us shift over to the library. Let me just go on down here. Library. A library of great size of this small town sits proud in the town center.
Yes.
Marble columns and arches, handcrafted at a fine degree of regality to the building. Stepping inside, you find 3 stories filled ceiling to floor with shelves spanning as far as the eye can see. Books of all sorts lie in the proper sections throughout the building. You can choose to browse the library for an hour, rolling a 1d100 to find some random book. Heading up to the front desk, they offer many services such as finding books for you by keyword for 3 gold pieces, book appraisal, restoration for 2 silver per page. He also keeps a few books behind the glass counter, along with a select spell scrolls and books that can be bought for the right price.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And
I'm gonna go.
as to
Yeah.
note, all spell scrolls can be used by any magic user. They are completely anonymous.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I walk up to the receptionist.
I do too.
All right. How you guys doing?
Doing okay. I'm not sure what my friend. He's doing
Jesus.
actually fantastic. Don't worry about him. He's a rather good student, actually. Really does listen well. A little bit hard to get a few answers out of, but he does. He means well. I was hoping you could do me a service.
What can I do for you?
I basically just stick on the books that I have about soul weaving, and I just ask him to try and fix them.
He picks them up and flips through them, leafing through the pages. Seems to be about 125 pages between the both of them. Coining that up at 2 silver would be 250. So that will hit you down. Be about 13 gold.
Yeah, done. Easy, yeah. How long will this take roughly?
I should have them done by tomorrow morning.
Okay, perfect. I might actually have some other things I'd like to ask you about, so please don't go just yet.
What can I do for you?
Yes, I got a few topics of interest that I'd like for you to look at. Firstly, I'd like for you to look in the name of Hawklight. Secondly, in the name of Goldshire, and thirdly, in the name of Dendar. And anything in regards to the patrons of Warlocks, especially.
And with that, he takes and does a sharp whistle as 3 small gnomes, not Nomeo, gnomes, just small gnomes.
I look for a moment, and then I look away thinking, okay, good.
I look directly at you.
He gives each one the order to find each one of those books. Each one getting its own task. They should be done in about 15 minutes each.
Okay,
Rather fast.
cool. What other bits did you say they could do? As services?
Find book for 3 gold a pop.
Mm-hmm.
Book appraisal and restoration for 2 silver.
Gotcha.
And he also has books behind the glass counter.
Yeah, I'll take a look at some of the books behind the counter.
All right. Looking at the books behind the counter, you find a book called Diamonds in the Rough, a book on soul gems and their proper creation. A book by the name Soulcrafter for Beginners, book dealing the proper usage of gems that are attuned to souls. A book titled So You Want to Portal, describing the rituals and rites needed to direct yourself to the different planes of existences. And Languages, the complete guide, somehow containing the knowledge of any language and how to speak it.
How much for all of them? I just
Each
look him
one
dead in the fucking eye.
prices- The Diamonds in the Rough price is at 50 gold, Soulcrafter 75, Portal at 150, and Languages at 60.
I think I can get them all. Yeah, I've got like fucking so after the other thing, I would have about maybe. Yeah, I've still got basically about 1,000-ish. So yeah, fuck it. Yes, I'm getting them all.
I want languages.
Yes,
You're
and
gonna
I
get-
want the languages too. I'm going to get every single fucking book there.
All right. Give me a moment. That'll be 75, 35. So that will be 335.
Yeah, I'll do that. Give me some things to do during a rest.
All right.
I
35 down the drain.
Yep, fuck it. I need these.
and then I also approach him.
All right. What can I do for you, big guy?
I point at myself, and then I start pointing at various symbols found along my chest and arms, and then I point to symbols on my gun. And
He
then
looks at him and then looks over at Alexander with this kind of look like a translation.
Oh, right, my apologies. I believe he wants some books in regards to his origin. You know, anything in regards to his symbols, so preferably any symbol-related books, or anything in regards to his, person. I think he's some form of robot thing. I don't know, just something along that regard. And, you know, anything about weapons, just anything about him as a race. Is that right, Human?
Gotcha.
my face glows briefly, indicating affirmative.
Yep.
And with that, he beckons over 2 more gnomes and sends one after symbols regarding those and anything that may regard his race in general.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so we need to wait 15 minutes for a book to come back, don't we?
You, I do want to point out once more, there are scrolls also in the case.
Okay, do they sell any, fine ink, I believe it's called?
Fine ink?
Mhm.
Yeah, they sell it at 5 gold a vial.
Oh, okay, hell yeah. Okay. What scrolls do we have?
As for the scrolls, they have the following. They have Mass Heal, Divine Word, Polymorph, Dimension Door, Cloud Kill, Raise Dead, Forbiddance, True Resurrection, and Wish.
With my amazing ears, I hear this.
Hold on. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I am pondering things, and there are many things I would like to think about here.
Do you want to do experiments?
Look, no. Let me tell you about this. Look. Listen to me here. I have the ability to do something brilliant with these. Okay. Now, just hear me out. Just hear me out.
And it's called I'ma Save My Baby.
Yeah, but it's look. I'm not going to hurt Larry. What the fuck are you talking about? Look, I want you to know.
There is a clear-cut way of helping him, out hurting him. We're gonna do it. None of your weird experiments.
Look, I know, but I have my own interests, okay? These are purely for my interest.
He is evil.
I'm storming out. I'm in the library.
Anyway, so you said about something called Raised Dead, Polymorph, and Wish and shit.
Yes, Wish, Mass Heal, Divine Word, Polymorph, Dimension Door, Cloud Kill, Raise Dead, Forbiddance, and True Resurrection.
How much is the wish scroll?
The rest scroll is 1,000 gold.
Hey, Cheese, can you help me out? Save Larry.
I want to. How much is the True Resurrection one?
Beth is a little
True
quiet.
Resurrection runs you 800.
Ugh, that would
My
be
mic
handy.
was turned off. I'm so sorry.
God.
Can you help me save Larry real quick?
How?
I need to buy this wish scroll for $1,000.
How much do you?
I have about 700 something.
Look, trust me on
Can
this.
I-
This may not work. And then you've just wasted this.
I
Do you
don't know
not
what I'm doing.
care about Larry?
Yeah.
I
He
do
cares
care about Larry,
his
but
own
there.
me.
Look, there are other ways
You
about this,
wanna
okay?
Experiment.
Look, I am not going to experiment with him. I've got other things I can experiment with. Now, if you listen to me very carefully, I can propose a better solution.
Do you know what a wish scroll is?
Yes, I know what it is, and I know what I can do with scrolls.
I also want to point out one thing with a Wish scroll. It's a bit of an unconventional rule that I've added in because it's not going to come up often.
Mhm.
You can change one complete game mechanic, like that, in the actuality of 5e.
Oh.
Oh,
So I'm bringing Larry back to life.
Well, if you
Like-
want to do it like that, but I will let you know that there is a way for me to do a wish repeatedly, if you would give me the chance.
Mm,
Look,
Drew,
convince me.
Is there?
okay, at this point, I pull out my... Oh, sorry, do you want to say something?
Well, I was going to ask Drew. Is there any way I can use danger detection to determine his intentions?
My intentions?
Yeah.
Alright, roll it.
Here we go.
Yep, okay, I've got to be honest about this. Right now, I'm not thinking about ways to exploit things, and even though I'm dangerous in myself, I'm not going to be a danger to the group.
I turned to Beth.
Look, just listen, just hear me out on this, and at this point I pull out a, what's it called? A Book of Ancient Secrets, which is basically a tome given to me by my patron. Now, there is a chance that if I was to get some fine ink and a good amount of time, I could write this wish scroll into this book and do it multiple times. Because as soon as you use that scroll, we will never have it again. But there's a chance that if I roll this correctly, and write everything exact, we can do this multiple times. So should someone go down, all I have to do is do this ritual and we will have them back. Just please think about this for a moment, the amount of power that we could have right now.
If the what if okay, so if you fail, what happens to the wish scroll?
Your mic again, Beth.
If you fail, what happens to your wish scroll?
It will disappear. But let me tell you. Okay, hold on. I actually just need to look up a few things really quick.
Do you have a plan B? If that
Well,
fails.
well, put it this way, we're here for another reason as well. After all, why are we here at the Citadel? We were told that there was someone who can help us. What you're talking about right now is purely a very quick way. Okay?
A very quick, yet very guaranteed way of bringing him back.
Yes, I know.
This is not a guarantee.
Look, there is potential for something brilliant here. And I merely ask that you give me a moment to, if you are going to buy this, at least just ponder this possibility. Because let's say that his soul gets taken again. What will you do?
You're gambling with Larry's life.
I am not gambling with his
would-
life.
Make him immortal.
That is something very powerful. And you should not use that word sparingly.
But it's Larry.
Immortality is a blessing and a curse. You do not mess with it. You do not simply give it to someone. They take it from themselves. And it's like at this point that Alexander goes like dead fucking face about this. I'm actually just trying to take a look really quick. Drew, quick question. Could I technically actually write a wish scroll into my tome?
Hold on.
Okay. It's like I remember seeing about like obviously the shit that you need to do. Actually, it might be on the since it doesn't actually come up on my sheet, which is weird, but I think it actually comes up in Character Builder. Let me take a look. Eldritch Invocations, Book of Ancient Secrets. Okay, on your adventure, you can add you can add other ritual spells. When you find such a spell, you can add to your book. If spell level is equal to less than half your warlock level. Better time to transcribe it. Oh, it only take. Okay, so it takes 2 hours and costs 50 gold pieces for the rare inks needed to inscribe it.
Isn't Wish level 6?
Wish is level 9.
Oh,
Ah, so is equal or less than half your. So I can't actually inscribe it.
I also want to read off one other thing. Just to kind of make it a little bit more foreboding if you did try. The stress of casting this spell can produce any effect other than duplicating. Oh, the stress of casting this spell to produce any effect other than duplicating another spell weakens you.
Hmm.
Where's the one I saw? Ah, here we are. There is a 33% chance that you are unable to cast Wish ever again if you suffer this stress.
Ah. Okay.
Among other things, get 1d10 necrotic damage per level of spell, which is 9, so 9d10 necrotic. Damage cannot be reduced or prevented in any way. Your strength will drop to 3 for around 8 days. Each one of those days you spend resting, and your recovery time decreases by 2 days, and for every day there is a 33% chance.
Hmm. So would we just know that, or? Hmm.
It is a common thing to know about wish scrolls.
Okay. Yeah. Well, with that in mind, I guess, Alexander's just basically going to say, look, you can buy this. I would not be able to inscribe it. But if you are going to do what I think you're going to do, be very bloody careful, and for the love of God, do not wish him with immortality, or eternity, or anything he doesn't wish for. Merely his life back. Immortality is a blessing and a curse. You don't know how it's going to be intercepted. Exactly. There are others who would want to know that, and people who will hunt you down for it. So what you might think is a gift could be quite bloody horrific. And, like, Alexander's fucking deadpan at this shit.
Okay.
So, bite if you will, but
Do
I'm
you
going to
still
look
want
at the
to
others.
Try and describe it?
I'm not going to be able to inscribe it, and I'm not going to touch this. But for the love of God, you can do it. Just promise me you will not give him anything like that. Merely for his soul back. In which case, our work will be done here. And we can go and try whatever else we can.
Okay.
And after that, I'm going to go take a look at the other scrolls that are there. Did you say there was like something like raise undead and mass resurrection and things like that?
Mass heal,
Oh,
raise
okay.
dead, true resurrection.
True resurrection.
Along with forbiddance, cloud kill, dimensional door, polymorph, and divine word.
Ooh. Okay, sorry,
Talk to
just
the librarian.
yeah, just recap what. Sorry, you go ahead.
Sorry, chaos.
No, you go ahead.
I want to talk to the librarian and I want to ask her advice on Larry's situation.
You want to wait? Talk to Larry?
Talk to the librarian.
Oh, I thought you said talk to Larry, and I'm like, I don't know where fucking he came from.
Hey, what's up? I'm Larry. Yeah, all that talk about wishing, it just brought me back. Christmas spirit, fuckers.
But what would you like to ask the librarian?
I want to tell her what happened with Larry, and I want to ask her permission if she wants to see his body, because, well, that's what we're here for. We're here to bring him back. And I want to ask her if she has any advice.
Well, when someone dies, they go to the Great Hall, into the waiting room. If your friend there died, then he's in the waiting room.
Well, we don't know if he died or if his soul was taken.
Yes, his soul was taken by someone. It wasn't a simple blow to the head or any simple way to kill him. It was simply something to do with soul crafting, I believe.
It's the only lead that's really viable.
What about the
If
wish?
someone has their soul, what about it?
Could the wish bring someone's soul back even if it was taken? Can it have that power?
A wish scroll can do anything.
Okay.
But it's kind of literal.
Mm-hmm.
Quick example. Let's say you wanted a certain noble dead. Well, you could say, I wish he was dead. And then you time travel to a point in time where they died naturally and start there. They're technically dead now. You're just 130 years in the future.
So you need to be very specific on what you want.
Precisely.
Okay, so what you're saying is that the wish spell, while very powerful, could quite easily fuck you over.
Oh yeah.
Quick
Could
question.
easily destroy an entire galaxy.
Quick question. You know when I use that wish scroll to exercise that fucker from the other place, did I notice anything different around the world?
No, nothing noticeable.
Can I just take a look around really quickly, just out pure paranoia that I might have fucked up a timeline?
Yeah. Have a roll you want to make with that? Perception, investigation?
I guess perception. I got +6. Oh, that's a... Whoa, no, not that. Not that.
Wait, you rolled 120?
I rolled a 20. Do I notice anything slightly different? Like anyone, like, I don't know, bird's feather being slight bit off or something? Different eye colours?
You don't remember Beth being that blue.
Wow.
I'm just immediately going to turn to Beth. I'll just tell her, do not buy that fucking scroll. Do not buy that fucking scroll.
But Larry.
No, you don't know what is going on here, okay? Now, okay,
Just
tell me
care
everything about you
the
right
others.
now. Tell me everything about you right now.
I'm just sort of standing back, a little bit taken back at what's just rapidly looking between you and Beth.
Yeah. Tell me about you right now. I need to know everything about your life right now. Everything that you would have told me about your life right now.
I'm from the forest.
Mm-hmm.
That's where my village is.
Mm-hmm.
I saved a little girl.
Okay.
I saw a duck
Okay.
with an afro.
Mm-hmm.
He told me to go save the other
Afro.
forest.
Mm-hmm.
And then here I am.
Okay. Okay. Look. Just please don't buy it. There's other ways to do this. Just please do not touch that fucking scroll. And that goes for everyone around here. Do not touch that fucking scroll.
Just to I just want to point out, wish scroll could technically make someone completely disappear from existence.
I know.
Hmm.
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 At this point, Alexander is actually a little bit scared. So he's just going to look at what you two are about to try and do.
Wait, did I finish casting Find Familiar?
Yes,
Okay.
Terry
Am
is
I?
back in action.
Am I at the library?
You can if you want to be.
Yeah.
So at this point, the three gnomes come back.
Mm-hmm. I go towards them. I want to separate from the group a little bit.
They did find books on all three. However, it's just general overtale that you knew already.
Okay, I still want to take them.
You're still going to want to take them?
Yeah, how much are they?
Well, it's a library. You get what you
Fuck.
want.
Okay, I was kind of hoping to buy them. Alright. Do I have to put the books back myself then, or do the gnomes take them back?
There's a slot that you drop them in. The
Can I
library is magical.
Hmm.
And once you take a book, a copy reappears in its place.
Oh, god damn it. Fuck. Okay, so no point in hiding it. I'll just put them back then.
Alright. You take all three of the gnomes' handfuls of books and dump them in the nearby incinerator.
I mean, if there's nothing else to it, then fuck it.
And then the gnomes with my books.
The gnomes with your books come back. They only have about 3 books. 1 symbol book that just generally overtails symbols. And 2 on Warforged.
Can I start scanning the Warforged one? The
Sure.
2 Warforged ones, rather.
Mhm.
And then...
You,
Mhm.
Go on.
Go ahead.
Well, you scan through these books, and it generally details the race of Warforged. However, there are a lot of inconsistencies that may point out that you are not a traditional Warforged. As for the symbol book, there are no symbols that line up with the ones on your arms or guns. Which is rather weird, since this is kind of one of the great libraries in all the realms. So for it to not have information documenting you makes you almost non-existent.
My face turns a slight tinge of purple and darkens a bit.
You're alone.
God. Anyway, about scrolls, how much would the polymorph one be? And just to make sure, is that the polymorph I'm thinking where you just turn into anything? Okay. How much would it be?
This spell transforms a creature that you can see within range to a new form. Unwilling creatures will make a wisdom saving throw, and it will last for the duration or until the target drops to 0 points.
Okay.
Does this completely transform the creature, or
Yes.
can it, like... I see. So it can't just, like, put a sheath over it or anything like that?
No.
Oh, but it's not a ritual, is it? Hmm. Oh, yeah, then again...
It is a 1-hour action.
Yeah, okay. In that case, it's probably not much more for me. So I'm just gonna wait and listen to what everyone else is doing. Bearing in mind there's a goddamn fucking wish scroll. And 2 people who maybe don't quite understand what might happen if I use them.
About that wish scroll. Or any of the scrolls, really. Anyone biting?
So,
I want to come back. I want to go back to the magic shop.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to talk to them about Larry.
What do
See
you want?
if they know anything about it.
They tell you it sounds like a typical case of separating the soul from the body. Did you see any gems? Or how did it play out? How did your friend come about his untimely demise?
I start telling them exactly what I saw.
So, considering they did not have a gem, the soul was not bound to anything. It was simple removal of the soul. Since it wasn't bound or captured in any way, it would have been sent as it's normally as it dies.
Do you think a true resurrection scroll would help him?
It might. It all depends on how far along in the process he is.
This
So-
only happened a day or 2 ago.
They sometimes only need a day or 2.
Agree. Like, would I know
Okay.
how long it takes for a true resurrection to, like, not work if we have a body?
Well, it depends if the soul was processed yet or not. When a soul is still in the waiting room after a person
Oh.
dies, they cannot be resurrected. After they are assigned their final resting place, or they have left into the outer lands, they can be resurrected at that point.
Gotcha.
However, the thing is that if they leave to the outer lands, the resurrection isn't always going to bring them back the same. When you leave for the outer lands, a lot of who you were is lost. So, if, let's say, your friend was in the waiting room and you decided to have them leave for the outer lands just to resurrect them, there's a chance that they won't be who you left.
Shit.
I don't know what to do.
Oh wait, I didn't say where I was going, did I? Fuck.
No.
Oh, okay. Shit. I forgot to mention that. But is it okay if I just say that basically before I left the library, I asked the librarian basically, do not give that wish scroll to that bird, please. And I basically just walk out and I try to follow where Beth went.
So about this wish scroll.
Yes, fine legal customer.
How much was it again?
It was 1,000 gold.
Oh, can
Why
I?
didn't the demon guy want it? To give it
He's
to you?
weird. He doesn't like me
Ah,
because he
yes.
tried to kill me.
I like how you're just saying this always a big fucking rope behind you just saying danger.
Could I? Could I
Sorry.
get a discount?
And on what grounds would I give you a discount?
Because I really need it.
Because I'm cute.
Everyone really needs it. It's a wish scroll.
Can I? Could Terry get me a discount?
No!
That's
Oh,
it.
God.
It's a rather peculiar call that lizard has, and very, very weird in the happenstance that it said no. So Terry's not going to get you a discount.
Okay.
There's 1,000 or nothing.
How about all of my money and a big rock?
I'm just still standing behind her, shaking my hand like, no.
I'm imagining like just a massive like waving of arms, just like spamming danger like a hotkey, basically. Like just spamming that shit. Like you know like prop amp where like you just spam like the taunt button. It's just that and it's just you like jumping around him.
Yes, because I am that agile.
Yes, exactly.
It's at this point Blondie walks in wearing a loincloth. He was forced to wear clothes in the Citadel. He's not happy. He
Does Blondie
sees
have
you
one?
guys, walks over, and asks what's the fuck's going on.
Could I
I-
lend some money?
Oh
I
god.
point to the scroll. Addressing Blondie, of course.
He looks at the scroll and asks the shopkeep, who informs him it's a wish scroll. And then looks back at Cheese and asks, "Why do you want a wish scroll?"
I need it.
Okay, but for what?
It's very important.
He sighs and asks how much you're short.
Um,
Fuck.
math.
It's about a what?
Like okay, 115 gold. It's 1,000, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I shouldn't have walked into a fucking magic shop, should I?
No.
Yeah. He hands over 150 and just tells you to pay him back at some point.
I'm gonna get ready to move my character into the deceased bit. Because I know it's gonna fucking happen.
Right.
Did I buy it?
Do you want to buy the wish scroll?
Yes.
Well,
Yeah,
be nice playing.
that's 1,000 gold
Yes.
down the crapper. Just to add a potential.
Cool.
Oh,
I immediately leave the library.
yeah, the fucking scroll.
What would you like to do with the now scroll in your possession?
So I can wish for anything.
With a few restrictions.
What are the
Um,
restrictions?
You can create an object up to 25,000 gold in value that isn't magical. The object can be no more than 300 feet in any dimension, and it can only appear in an unoccupied space. And you can only allow up to 20 creatures to regain hit points, and to grant up to 10 creatures immunity to other magical effects. Other than that, you're free to do.
Oh. Could I word my question to get multiple things out of?
Wish for more wish scrolls.
Wait, hold on. Yes, you can word your question very carefully. However, you cannot wish for multiple things.
Oh. Okay. I think about it long and hard for a solid second,
Mm-hmm.
and then I ask for. Hold on.
Getting ready.
What did I? Oh yes. I ask for infinite knowledge.
For infinite knowledge.
Yes. I want to know everything.
Infinite know everything knowledge.
Yes.
Okay. That's a thing. Give me a second on how I could actually do that. Infinite knowledge.
Knowledge.
Is that knowledge of things that have passed or things to come?
Yes.
All things that have happened?
Yes.
Okay.
Everything.
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 Knowledge of everything. However, knowledge of everything doesn't come with the ability to do everything.
That's
Just the
fine.
knowledge thereof of how you could do it.
Yes.
So theoretically, you have the knowledge on how flight happens, however, you cannot achieve it.
Yes.
However, considering that knowledge is all you need to perform wizard spells, you would have the ability to perform any wizard spell, should you have the ingredients to do so.
Oh.
Let's see, what else would knowledge do? What? Knowledge. Okay. So have to fucking. Fucking hell. Uh-huh. 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 And this knowledge, this is your final final answer.
Yes.
Cool.
Why'd I have to buy these effing books?
All right. Yeah, I could do something really stupid, but I don't think I'm gonna do it. So because you've obtained all knowledge in existence currently at that time of wishing, you've technically gained the knowledge of everything about Hawklight's entire past and present.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So theoretically, you know everything about Chaos and every other member in the party.
Mm-hmm.
ah,
I'm immediately facing the bird, just sort of staring him down. Like,
Um,
the lights in my eyes sort of flutter around my face.
You know,
You
there's
can almost
reason-
see them deepening at times.
There's a reason why I was writing a secondary backstory. I was writing a revamp. Fuck.
that there we go.
So we're saying-
Languages all.
What I'm saying is that Cheese is just one D&D.
No, he's still very vulnerable to dying.
Yeah. Wait, could someone wish him to not have that knowledge?
If you were to obtain a wish scroll, you could undo.
Oh. Also, technically, it's not that he's protected. It's just that. Ah.
He doesn't have knowledge of all future events,
Oh, okay.
because only the knowledge that existed at the time of the wish has been granted.
Okay.
So while he knows about you and your complicated past,
Mm-hmm.
and he probably knows exactly what happened at the Capitol up to that point, he wouldn't be able to know that you would about to punch him in the face.
All right. Yeah, now I was just wondering, like, how it sort of worked. Like, you know, technically, is he now just always going to have it, or could someone just be like, "Yo, smite this fucker"? Okay.
Mhm.
Cool. Too bad I'm in a
So-
magic shop.
Cheese also knows the truth about your patron.
Mm-hmm.
oh,
Would he know what my species is?
I believe so. Yeah, that would be common knowledge to him.
So I would like to address Cheese. I take him by the hand, feather, whatever he's got, and I direct him towards one of the main symbols found on my forearm.
I'm staring into the void.
Why is that, Cheese? Is it because you now know everything?
Yes. So
Can I snap my fingers in front of his face a couple times?
Now, this magic shop is really something.
Well, I process Cheese's new omnipotent abilities.
Jeez.
Omnipotent. Omnipotent.
What happened?
So it's not omnibenevolence, it's omnipotence is power, omniscience.
Omniscience.
Omniscience is all-knowing, but then there's also, well, philosophy time. It's also often debated whether they do actually know the future or not. So, we can do omniscience, but shit tier.
We can call it retroactive omniscience.
Yeah. Historical omniscience. So he just knows a lot about, like, things that have happened, like history and shit. But basically, he has now had, like, a fucking plus 99 in history.
Do I know what happened
To what?
to
Well,
Larry? Oh,
do you tell them?
before that, I now know what happened to my race, right?
Yes.
All right. So I'm kind of done now. That was my whole life goal.
At this point, can I say I'm walking back from a magic shop because it's been taking a very long fucking time?
Mhm.
Alright, I'm walking back, and I guess I just see Cheese staring into a void. And I see what the wish scroll is going, and I go, oh, for fuck's sake.
Well, I'm more lucid now.
Okay, I'm immediately gonna run up to you and to say, what did you do? What did you wish for? What have you done?
Wait. All right.
I'm still gripping your hand, pointing to one of my symbols.
Yep. Hey, listen. Listen. What did you do?
Did you just smack him?
No, I clap my hands in front. I'm not gonna smack him. I clap my hands in front of him because I can't click my fingers, so.
I start crying.
Okay, that's not a good answer. Just please tell me what you have done so we can know what to expect.
Okay. Do I know if Alexander Hawklight is his real name?
You would know that.
Yeah.
I wanna.
You would.
Is it?
Yeah.
It is.
Oh, okay.
Name I've always had. Like, I'm just staring you right down in the eyes now, saying, what have you done?
Am I aware of what Cheese has done per se? Actually, since I was here for it.
Did he proclaim it, or
Yeah,
does it just
I
happen?
did. I definitely said it.
Oh,
okay.
So I do know what's going on.
Right.
So I turn to you, Alex.
Mhm.
The lights and the little flecks of light in my eyes sort of condense for a minute, and then they kind of look like they explode into little white lights all of a sudden.
Okay, well, I'm not dead, so he didn't ask for me to explode. Okay, Bert, listen to me very carefully. You need to tell me what you have done.
I know.
Know what?
Yes.
No, you're not being very clear here. You need to be as clear as you ever have in your life. You have no idea what you've just done right now. What have you done, and what do you know? What did you wish for?
He
I
knows.
know.
What do you
I
know?
know.
Tell me something.
Everything. Everything.
Oh dear fucking god. Like, at this point, Alexandra is just, like, stepping back, like, shocked. Just fucking wide-eyed.
He knows.
He's simply going to point and say, everything can be explained, but you should not reveal that.
Why not?
And I'm saying that telepathically.
Why not?
There are some things in this world that are not simply black and white. If you want to know it, one time at night, come to my room, and
Oh god.
I will explain it.
Oh my.
I mean, I already know.
But I will explain why. Do you know the why?
Yes, I know
Ah,
everything.
you know everything, don't you? Hmm.
You fool! You can't even get on my level.
Yes, of course you know everything. Well, what I implore you to do is just keep it quiet.
Would it be bad for Alexander if I spilled the beans?
It wouldn't be comfortable,
Cool.
and you'd probably know
It
that.
probably wouldn't. It probably wouldn't cause a revolution, but it would definitely shed some negative light.
Ah.
Also, depending on how you say it.
Yeah, like if
What?
you just go out and full up say, you know,
What's happened?
Give me a very good reason not to do that.
Fuck. I don't even fucking offer you anything. Well, perhaps I can't, actually. Perhaps I bloody can't. You now know everything. And to be brutally honest, this is just something that would make things a hell of a lot easier if you didn't say it right now. This is not the time or the place. There will be a time when it probably comes up, but now is not that time.
So I don't want to like reveal what it is, but would it make me despise Alexander with a burning passion?
It depends. It depends. This is why I was going to a revamp of my background so I could write it more accurately and just give you a whole fucking list of shit.
Okay. Well.
But this way, you know what I did, why I did it, all my motivations for doing everything I did, and you also know my true intents for the group. You know everything effectively.
Okay.
You know everything. So I wouldn't say maybe you despise it. You might just be very fucking confused.
Okay. Do I know if you have evil intention against
What?
me?
He wants to protect himself from you. He'll do what he needs to do to protect himself from you.
Have you done bad things against Waits?
Against what?
Remember that time when you stole from the Kenku?
What, that one scrub?
Diet
Like a little bit of money.
Yes, I remember that.
Give it back.
How much gold was that? Or silver, or whatever?
What are we talking about?
The little bit of money I stole? Because I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember.
When was this?
This was back in the Kenku Temple.
Yeah.
The
This
Kenku
is
Temple.
one of our first dungeons.
Way back in the Kenku Temple.
Apparently I stole a little bit of money, which probably would have been, I don't know, at most like 10-ish gold, maybe?
I think it was like silver.
Oh, silver.
Just give me like 1 gold. But okay, so I wouldn't hate you.
You wouldn't hate me for what's happened.
You wouldn't hate him, but your fury burns for another. I suppose I should message you that as well.
Okay. Alex,
If you need any details ironed out, just let me know and I'll stick up an intermission just to write down an extra bit if you need it. But yeah, put it this way. You probably wouldn't feel fury towards me. You'd probably think, you probably still have pretty strong opinions against me. But yeah. And if you're saying gold, Alexandra is simply going to give out a gold piece, hold it right to your eye, and say, you know the significance behind this, and if this is all it takes to buy your silence, I will gladly pay it.
No, that's not it. There's one more thing. Listen. Very close. Alright. Are you listening?
I am listening, bird.
You are now my best friend, and you're not gonna be mean to me.
I shake my head briefly. My face visibly glitches out.
I was just fucking jaw dropped.
I
Okay,
shrug pretty
Bird?
intensely. Like you can see all my chest plates flailing up to my face.
Bird,
Yes.
you understand that friendship is built on trust. And now you know everything. You know I don't trust you. And you know it's going to be very hard to trust you. I
You're
am
saying I'm not your friend?
what I'm saying is that I'm very willing to kindle a friendship if I can trust that you will not then kill me.
We are best friends.
So you won't
If
kill
we're
me.
not friends, if we're not friends, I'll tell everyone everything. Are we best friends?
Fine. We are best friends.
Yeah.
But just know that best friends have their squabbles. And they have hard times.
No.
But they have good times.
No,
We are
not
now best friends, Bird. And I appreciate that.
best friends.
And I walk out.
No, hold on. No fights. None of that.
I've already walked out, so.
Alright. Do you want me to leak everything?
Are you saying that to me now?
I'm saying that before you walk out.
Fine, fuck it, whatever.
Yes. No more, no mean.
Look,
none of that.
all I'm saying, Bird, is
don't
please.
scream.
No, I'm
No
not screaming. I'm
harsh-
talking very
no
loudly,
harsh
Bird.
voice. We're friends.
Bird, I am just like this. I think as a friend you would understand that, but I think you need to also understand that we all have our own inhibitions.
You're
And
being mean to me now.
but I'm very, very sorry for that. We
should
both have different conceptions of mean, and that is something I might try to rectify. Now, please understand that I also have my life, and that I am not simply your plaything. We can be friends, and I'm happy for that. Just please don't spitefully go against me.
No, we're friends now.
Good, so you won't spitefully go against me?
No,
As part of his
because we're
friendship?
friends.
Good. As we are friends, we can finally work together. And you will keep quiet.
Yes, until you'll meet.
I'm still tossing the gold coin.
Yes. Okay. Well, so I have your backstory now, Chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Do you want me to read that, or should I wait until?
You
this one?
You can wait.
It's purely so that you can don the role of an omnipotent.
Yeah. I mean, put it this way: the one you have right now is kind of an old version, which doesn't write it very well. Once I get my new one done, I'll send that to you as well. Only say it if you are going to expose it, though.
Yeah.
That's probably the thing.
I also want to point out I have boosted Cheese's intelligence and wisdom up to 25.
Oh.
So you are very good at history checks and stuff of that nature.
Alright.
You are a very powerful Kenku.
He knows all. Oh yeah, fuck me, he's got +7. Jesus fucking Christ. Now I'm the only naturally
Wish
smart one.
scrolls.
Yep. I need to get me one of them, fuck.
Get one of them. I wish everything that happened up to 30 days ago didn't.
No, I've got a more specific one. Anyway, so Alexander's simply going to look at you and say, so we are, for all intents and purposes, on the same side. We will not fuck each other over, correct?
So long as you're friends.
Good. I can work with that.
You're gonna work with that.
I said I can. It was merely a choice whether we are friends or not, but I have taken that choice, so I'm happy to be your friend. Is this positively working? I am very bad at this.
Yes.
Is this smile
friend.
good?
Friend.
It's like that fucking horrific like Shrek smile. You know, like that one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that one fucking smile. Like, is this a good smile?
Beth is in the AFK room.
Oh,
Oh,
I can drag her out. There you go.
thank you.
Good. Now
Um,
let's be friendly allies.
Okay.
Moving onwards, there is the craftsman area you haven't visited,
Oh
the
yeah.
3 taverns, and the grand hall. It
Yeah.
is getting rather late.
I want to go crafting.
Yeah, can I go crafting?
Sure. You follow the sound of metal clangs as you come to a wide open area. A giant foundry sits in the middle with flames reaching to the sky. All around the fire in a circle are anvils and works tables. Craftsmen of all types work on their latest wares. Here you can find any mundane armor or weapon.
Hmm. Do they alter things?
Of
Like
course,
alterations? Okay.
you can alter anything to any size and any type.
Can I ask them if they would be able to use my leather armor to attach dragon scales to it, but still keep it light? But to give, you know, better armor.
Yes.
Could we do that?
You head on up to the leather worker and explain your request. He happily agrees, and you hand over both the dragon scale and the leather armor. It'll take a little bit, but he should have it done by the morning.
Well, I'm waiting for some books to be restored anyway. How much will that net me roughly?
Will net you about 150 gold pieces to do so.
Alright. How strong do you reckon this armor could be?
As strong as a dragon. Quite powerful, considering that you got this from a
Bronze dragon.
bronze dragon, yes.
That was a interesting fight. Yeah. Okay. Might as well, wear the thing I slayed myself. Yeah. I'll go for that. Just make sure you keep it light, okay?
Of course.
Perfect. I will see you in the morning, and I pay off the gold.
All right. Anyone else want to be here in the craftsman area for a reason?
I want to hand him my armor, and I want to see if he can repair it and maybe upgrade it. Keep it in the same class.
Yeah.
But see if any upgrades or modifications can be done to it.
Okay. You walk on up to the man who's banging on some armor and explain that you'd like your armor repaired and upgraded. He takes it from you and tells you it will net you about 100 gold per level and about 50 to repair. Seeing as your armor is scale mail, medium, and scale mail. He can upgrade it to either adamant or mithril. Mithril will allow you to get rid of any disadvantage on any checks that you might have, and adamant will allow you to have any critical hit against you become a normal hit.
I'll do the crit.
Advent?
Yeah.
Okay. So for the whole thing, it'll be 150.
Yeah.
All right. And that, much in the same, will be in the morning.
Yeah.
All right, Nick, you wanted to do something?
Well, I was. What other shops are there in town? Is that it, and just the taverns?
Um, there is a shop named Ninth Level. Other
I
than
wa-
that, it is the Craftsman.
I walk over to the shop of ninth level and I
Likewise.
poke my head through the window.
Mm-hmm.
Not like literally through it. I'm just trying to
I
look
was
into it.
about to say.
Just fucking headbutts it.
Let's just clarify a few things here.
you you walk over to the particular hellish building. The
Mhm.
spikes on the top of the building give off the illusion that the building itself has horns. Looking on in, you see a demon sitting at the counter, looking rather bored.
And what else seems to be in the shop?
All around the counter, the walls are lined in glass cases. Are pieces of paper.
Hmm.
Can I walk in?
Sure.
I
Yeah,
also
fuck it.
walk in.
I'll walk in.
You head on in, and the demon gives you a wide, toothy grin. Hello
Mhm.
there. How can I help you?
Well, first time in Citadel, and I was wondering to know what on earth this place is.
Well, welcome to Ninth Level. Are you here to forge a contract or take someone else's?
I'm sorry, could you explain that a little bit clearer?
Here at Ninth Level, you have the opportunity to buy existing contracts made by demons or other hellish entities. Think of it sort of as a debt collector. These demons come to me. They sell me their contract, and now I'm possessing it.
Hmm.
I simply have contracts that need to be completed. These get completed, you get the reward, and I get the contract signed. Not to get too far into it, but having a contract completed in your name gives you more power. I also run a
Right.
bit of a side business, allowing people to forge contracts with me directly.
Hmm. All right. What contracts do you have that I could perhaps undertake?
Well, and he rustles through the drawers, looking you up and down.
I also beckon for like everyone else to come over through like telepathy, like to say, "Hey, cool stuff here. Could get more power and things. Please come. Cheers. Thanks." Also, best friend, love you. And I say that to
I
Cheese.
knew.
Let's see, we have a dwarf. He made a contract. Wanted to have his liver allow him to drink as much as he wanted for free without any negative effects of being drunk, only the positive ones.
Mm-hmm.
The price was really simple. All he had to do was give his firstborn to the contract.
Right.
Turns out, when he came to redeem it, he gave me a dummy. And by the time I found out, he beelined it.
Got you.
Find him, drag him back here, and I'll make it worth your while.
Okay. I'm going to wait for the rest of my group to come in since I'm part of a group, you see, and I'll give their opinions on it as well.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just going to wait until everyone else comes.
Beth is here.
I would like to roll danger perception on the demon.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Nice. Crit.
Hmm.
He is dangerous in his own right. he's not outwardly going to, lawful evil.
Mm-hmm.
He wants the best thing for him. He's a bureaucrat. He's a shop owner.
Okay.
He's as evil and dangerous as a casino owner.
Ah.
After that, I also want to ask him what I will gain if I help him out with this. Like,
He
in
ponders
particular.
for a minute. Normally, it's whatever the contract's positive effects get transferred when the contract gets completed. But seeing as you don't look like the type of person who would want an unlimited drinking gut,
Mm-hmm.
we'll work out the fine details upon completion.
Okay. I could think of a few things I might want. Let me consult the rest of my group and I'll see if we undertake this. Alright, so opinions basically bring a dwarf back here and get their firstborn sacrificed. Must admit, it is definitely evil. Definitely up my street. I'm assuming not up everyone else's street here.
I'm not gonna bring a dwarf here just to die.
It's not him that's
I
dying.
wanted to drink.
And he did make a contract though, that is the thing. Like, he did make a contract and he is
Citizens
hopping
make
out.
People want to do stupid stuff.
Yeah, well, you know, I don't know what else to say aside from the fact he has made this.
I agree, but he didn't want to give up his kid. I'll blame him. for
He
that.
seemed to want to give it up for the contract, I'll tell you that now. So, to be brutally honest, this man of character does not seem to be of that good character
He
anyway.
never got the good stuff though. The contract's not missing anything. It was just never finished. So
Good
there's
full
no reason
intention.
for it to be finished.
Well, you see, when a contract gets written, the good effects are immediate.
So he's basically just conned him.
He did enjoy the lavish, unlimited drinking. It's just that when the time came to finally fulfill on his contract, i.e. his firstborn being born, he straight up Rumpelstiltskin the situation, said, fuck that, and ran.
So just for clarity, on this contract, what will the clarification of this be? Would it be that the dwarf himself dies or the firstborn? Just to be certain. What's the punishment for this?
Well, it's rather simple. You bring him here, and he can either give his life or his firstborn's life.
Okay.
And quite frankly, I wouldn't kill the kid. I'd just raise him to be a demon.
Yeah. Okay.
Stepfather. I need
Okay.
some heirs.
Yeah. Alright.
Disinterested, I walk out of the room.
So, here's the situation. The child will not die, but it may be taken by the demon, but he could also have a very good life trading contracts. So, in the wide scheme of things, unless he decides to have himself die, it could be a positive.
Who wouldn't want a demon daddy?
Hold on. Isn't it really rude to keep talking like this and not ask your best friend?
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought my best friend was actually in the conversation. Is he not?
No, I know what's there and I'm not interested.
He's not interested. Look,
So were you kind of just on my shoulder when I walked out then, or
Wait, what?
no, nothing. Joking.
so basically just me and Beth talking about how we could bring this guy back to, you know, pay off a debt. Okay, well, look.
He just doesn't want to lose his kid. He just wants to be there.
Yes, but he's not going to lose his kid.
Yeah,
You know?
will.
He's not.
He won't
Well, put it
lose
this way.
his kid anymore.
He's not going to die,
His
is he?
kid will not be a part of his life. That's losing your kid.
Well, okay. Look, the way I see it, we are reclaiming a debt, and we could potentially be giving this. I mean, put it this way: he could be a loving father, Or he could be a piece of shit. Now, bearing in mind that he only wants the good effects of drinking, that means no hangovers. He will still get drunk and intoxicated, and to be pretty honest, I wouldn't want to be that kid.
But
Well,
there's
no,
no
it's-
negative effects.
It's all negative effects. So
Right.
he would only feel good.
Oh, right, okay.
No intoxication.
Ah, okay. Look, the way I see this is that we would be helping out a debt here. Now, I personally would like to take it, but I'm not going to do this alone. So, I would like for you to give your opinion.
Oh, not this one.
Alright. Alright. Well, maybe we'll come back later. You know, how about that?
Mhm.
Maybe when there's something else that would be more up to your taste.
Do you not have any other contracts?
None right now, none that could be taken on. Some of them are racial specific.
Hmm.
Like, I have one here, but you gotta be dragonborn. Haven't seen one of those in a while.
So, how about this? Whilst I won't take the contract now, could you give me some details about this man so I can, alleviate some concerns and, just see what he's like? Just maybe like where he lives and things like that. So we could at least do a inspect round first.
I don't take the prying details of where people live or their personal life. They come to me, they forge contracts, and they leave.
Ah,
And then they come back and repay them.
got you. So we need to
What I
find him
can
ourselves.
tell you is that he bolted to the east side.
Okay.
Whether he left the Citadel or not, I mean, it'd be smart if he did.
What if he left? That means we even have to leave, so... I mean... How about this? Don't put me down as officially doing this contract. Leave it open for anyone, but just know that I'll be taking a look around.
Mm-hmm.
And, if I do happen to bring him back, we can settle payment that way. How does that sound?
Fine by me.
Perfect.
Wait, what do you mean by power?
What do I mean by power?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean, what do I mean?
Like, what does the power work with? Is it more power in, the Citadel? Do we grow powerful?
Upon completing a contract, the demon who was the signer of the contract, not the person who gained the benefits, but the one who undertook the loaning of the power of theirs to make the signers essentially wish come true. They, when the contract gets completed, regain some their lost power, and they get essentially a point. They rank up, I guess you could say. There's a standing on how power is distributed throughout the demon world, and it's very bureaucratic. The more contracts you have under your belt, the more likely you're going to be next in line when power gets to be distributed.
So this one only really worked for Chaos because he's the only demonic.
No, the shop owner would get the power. What Chaos would get would be the abilities enclosed within the contract,
Or something else.
or something of equal or lesser value. If Rufio was still around, he would complete the contract for an unlimited drinking bet.
Do it for Rufio.
Mm-hmm. I'm guessing you wrote that some time ago then.
No. Nope, I did not.
Well, I don't have a gut, nor do I drink, so that's all you guys'.
I mean, put it this way, I'm at least going to recon the area. If you'd like to come with me, I would appreciate it. I'm not going to act straight away, but I want to know exactly what this is about. I mean, who knows, perhaps this dwarf is completely and utterly horrific. And perhaps it'd be a good thing to get him taken down a peg. And to not make dumb fucking deals.
So have you walked up to me and you're telling me this?
Oh no, I'm talking to Beth about this since you walked out of the shop, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, okay. Yeah, so I'm just talking to Beth about this one. Look, come on, it'll only be at most 30 minutes or something like that. I'm sure it won't take us too long just to ask around at least. You know, maybe ask a few taverns, ask what he's like as a person.
Do we have a picture of him?
No.
Can I ask for a rough description?
I mean, dwarf, red hair, and there's nothing really memorable about him.
Except he can drink a fuck ton, so someone who pays for a lot. Alright.
Well, free. Part of the contract was that drinks were always free.
Ah, so someone who always gets free drinks.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, that'd be pretty noticeable in a tavern's you know, income. Are there any taverns actually on the east side of town?
3 of them. Would you like to know about them?
Uh,
Not from Demon's point of view, but from
Yep.
DMing.
Yep. I'm gonna
For
myself, I
once, you
won't
find
take a look.
yourself at a choice of taverns.
Mm-hmm.
There are 2 normal taverns that you can pick from that simply spout the same rugged, unrugged, uncomfortable luxuries that you've come to get from the main world. Tavern number 1. A grand oak tree rises upward from the city streets. Still alive, the tree is hollow on the inside. Benches and tables set up inside, and natural ales and foods are served. Traveling up along the trees are the rooms, actually being platforms set atop the sturdy branches, rope fencing lining the platforms, and lanterns hanging from the leaves above. Regular beds and hammocks are available for those who are bold. Tavern number 2, Sophisticomfort. A well-adorned regal building stands out from the dark palette of the city sports. Inside, lush seating and fine menus.
Mm.
To the side is the room for the front desk, for any room rentals and check-ins that you may inquire. The other side is a reading area with book rentals for guests along a fireplace and a mantel. Soft music accompanies a dining area. Upstairs, guarded by doormen, are the rooms. Inside these rooms, you find such complements. You will find that the room complements what was downstairs, being equipped with cabinets with fine wines and imported ales. Large beds with silken sheets lie in the master bedroom. Tavern number 3. Tavern that looks much like a normal tavern, but everything is rather large. 10-foot tall door frames, 5-foot tall bar stools, luxurious 12-foot long beds. This is where you will find those who are vertically challenged, looking for the rest they deserve. In the rooms in the back, everything is plus-sized, even the toilet.
Right.
So, those are the taverns.
Okay. Well, he probably isn't drinking at the very large one. I personally want to go to the tree one, and I'm just gonna ask if Beth wants to follow me, just to at least take a look around. I mean, come on,
Yeah.
tree.
Alright. You head over to Twilly's Tavern. The great oak tree.
Mm-hmm.
Inside, the benches and tables set up, carved from natural wood. Sometimes just flattened roots that rooted inside.
Alright,
How would you like to proceed?
I want to go to the bartender and simply ask him if he's seen a dwarf, red hair, and gets free drinks from the house.
You walk on up to the what seems to be a half-breed between a tiefling and a furbolg. A brief, horrifying image of what your son between you and Beth would look like.
What's the charisma stat on them, just so I know?
I
I don't know, do they look like they could at least talk or shit, or do they just look genuinely horrific?
Oh no, they look fine. They don't look like a fucking monster.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, well, no, okay, don't
His
worry.
skin is
Just-
purple.
Yeah, just imagine like a purple skin, small horns,
Very large.
teeth.
Alright.
Just a large teeth block.
Yeah, Alexander's gonna put that to the back of his mind and just focus on the mission.
After the internal screaming that you drown out in your mind, you ask the tieflog if you've seen the red-haired dwarf. She shakes her head no, that no one's been here, and especially not with free drinks.
Alright, in that case, thank you for your time, and I'm gonna go to... what's the next closest one? Unless Beth wants to do something.
I want to talk to her.
Okay, what do you want to talk to her about?
I want to talk to her about her. Wait, hold on. Is the furbolg the mama?
For one of the mama.
Yeah.
Mama of who?
It's the bartender.
Furbolg is the bartender.
No, she has a furbolg parent and a tiefling parent, right?
So it's the child of a tiefling and a furbolg being the bartender. Right?
I mean, theoretically, it could also be transmutation.
Oh, yeah.
She could be a test tube baby.
Baby.
Yes. The furbolg was the mom and the tiefling was the dad.
But I want to talk to her about her mama, and I want to see if she's a druid like me.
She is not. She was a wizard.
Oh.
I just look mildly alarmed.
I'm sorry, were you expecting?
I just wanted to go talk with someone like me.
Well, I mean, you've gotten pretty close. Teeth blog.
What's your favorite flower?
Daffodil.
I wanna make a daffodil flower crown.
Out of what flowers?
I can grow them
Grow them where?
anywhere on the bar, on the countertop.
You. Babe.
Oh, God.
You sprout flowers up from the bar's countertop and weave them into a daffodil flower crown and hand it over. Not exactly surprised, but also alarmed that you just sprouted flowers from the countertop.
I smile.
I just go
and
over.
wave.
I just go over and say, "Sorry about my friend. We'll be leaving now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Let's go right now. We have things to do."
It is about 10 p.m. in game time.
Yeah. So, would it be time for a long rest, or should we go to one more
Well, that's
tavern?
That's
mean-
always up to you.
I mean, what I might end up doing is, so if we go to the big place and then we'll go to the tavern that we want to go to rest up. That'd be a good idea. You know, we'll meet up with the others once we've gone to these taverns, things like that. Yep. Okay, so should we go to the tool place and then we'll meet up with everyone else and maybe go to the sophistication one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We'll
Alright.
go to the tool one then.
You head on over.
Oh, before I go in though, I use disguise self and I make myself a foot taller.
You make yourself what?
A foot taller.
A foot taller.
Yep.
Okay. You make yourself look a foot taller, and you head into Tallman's Tavern.
Yeah.
Everything's a good height. You barely coming up to the height needed to talk normally at the countertop. You still fall quite short comparatively.
Is Beth tall enough?
Beth is tall enough.
I just look at her and I just say, can you ask?
I pick up Chaos. That way he can talk.
Do you pick him up under his arms and hold him up
Yeah.
like a babu?
Yeah.
Alright.
Alexander has a massive scowl. And he is just eyeing you down like, did you really just fucking pick me up right now? Did you really just do that shit?
You wanted to talk to them.
I thought you were going to, since you are much more capable in this. Hi.
You hold Chaos up like Simba. The bartender is visibly amused by this notion.
I just sort of look for a little bit first. I'm gonna wait for him to stop laughing. Are you done?
Sure.
Good.
What can I do for you?
I don't think you're done. Would you like just 1 minute more?
He continues to laugh for a solid minute as
There you go.
this tiefling that's being held up.
Hmm. I'm thinking about doing things. I'm
Yeah,
thinking
this
about
is
doing
so finesse.
things.
What can I do for you?
I was wondering if, ironically enough, you found someone shorter than me. A dwarf, red hair, and gets free drinks.
No one around here gets free drinks.
Well, apparently there's someone.
And dwarves don't usually come in here because there's no place to sit. You're
Mm-hmm.
not, 6 foot plus.
I am 6 foot.
Right. So you would fit in.
Good. I don't have a height complex. You do. Shut up. Anyway, I'm going to ask Beth to put me down, and we're going to walk out.
So you'd like to walk out?
If there's no dwarf there is no interest for me.
All right.
Your mic seemed to.
Alright.
Nope, there you go. So your mic
Sorry.
seemed like it was cutting out. Yeah. Oh fuck. Oh god. I guess we'll meet up with the rest of the group and
Alright.
go into SophistiComfort.
All right. Everyone else, what taverns would you like to go to?
I want to go back to the tree.
Okay.
I'm going to go to SophistiComfort
Uh-huh.
and cussle up. Fuck it.
Nick, what of you?
I kind of just start wandering the town aimlessly. Sort of patrolling, if you will.
All right. And Cheese?
I wanna follow Nick.
All right.
You hear me shout out, "Are you coming, friend?"
No.
Okay. And I walk away.
All right. Beth, you walk inside the great oak tree that sits in the city. What would you like to do?
I would like to rent a room.
Bed or hammock?
It's the hammock outside.
The whole rooms are outside. There are platforms on the branches, completely open, lit by lanterns in the leaves above.
I want a hammock.
A hammock. All right. And would you like that at an upper branch or a lower branch?
Upper.
All right.
Please tell me she's gonna have to do a roll to see if she falls out of a fucking hammock in the middle of the night.
No, they're sturdy.
Oh, thank God.
All right, that'll cost about 25 gold a night.
Okay.
Just one a night?
Yeah.
All right. You pay up the 25 and head up to the top tree where a hammock awaits with nice lantern lighting above you. You are free to do what you will. There is also, of course, a natural bathroom with rainwater, what have you. It's a nice place.
Basically
Fairy
some-
lights.
So what you're saying is some hippie shit.
Hippie shit.
Alright.
Heading on over to Sophisticomfort, you walk inside the regal-looking building. What shall you?
Before I go to the tavern, before I go to reception, I want to go into the bar area and do a thing I've done before and ask about a dwarf who apparently gets free drinks.
You head on up. There doesn't seem to be a bar stand, but instead tables that get waited upon.
Oh, okay. I'll sit at a table and I'll wait for someone to come to me.
You seat yourself at a nearby table, and soon a waiter comes up and asks you what you'd like for an order.
Before I order, one thing I must ask. I'm looking for a friend of mine, a dwarf, red hair. I heard he gets free drinks around here. I was just wondering if you've seen him. Or if you know anyone.
There certainly are dwarves that come in here, but no one would ever get a free drink here.
That's what I
Save
thought.
for one.
Of course. Yes, sorry, I was just asking since I was curious. Alright. What's on the menu, actually?
Well, the menu, the finest meats in the land, fine imported wines and ales, well aged. We also have vegetarian options for those who choose to refrain from such barbaric meats.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I must admit, I mainly just wanted to hear about the menu so I know what to do later on in my time in the Citadel. Right now, I'm going to be waiting for some people, but you'll probably see me tomorrow night. But thank you for your information. And I'm going to step up and walk away. And I'm going to walk to reception and see how much room costs.
Rooms cost a hefty 75.
Yeah, fuck it, I'll pay that. It's probably the only place that actually has a lock on it.
You pay the 75 gold that you pull on out, and with that, they hand you a ring. This ring allows you to pass through.
I check my other ring as well, and I notice it hasn't done much, and I walk through.
Strange. Anywho, you get done at that side of the room. Would you like to head on up, or perhaps the reading area? Book rentals are free for guests.
Oh yeah, fuck it, I'll take a look at the reading area for a bit. Would I find any books that particularly interest me?
Well, there are a couple of bookshelves, rather big. You could scan them. It would take about 10 minutes, and you'd roll a D100 to see what you pull off the shelf.
I'll give it a go. Start it. So, hash 1D100.
67.
Above average.
The Tao of Water is a book that describes the following. Lava and water are basically the same thing. Do not try to use fire spells on it, and if you fail to understand the basics, the Tao will forever escape you. The book is written in an old dialect that most people would have trouble reading.
Hmm.
It seems to go on long-winded philosophical tangents about water and fire.
Ugh. I'm just gonna put it back.
All right.
Would it be possible for me to read a bit of one of my books?
Of course.
Alright, cool. What books did I end up picking out? Since I know I have the Diamonds and Rough, but I think I picked up a few other ones, didn't I?
Yes, I never finished putting it back in.
Fuck, I know there's one about reading languages, another one about
Oh no, I
weaving shit.
Soul Crafting for Beginner, the book detailing the usage of gems attuned to souls.
Mm-hmm.
Diamonds in the Rough, Soul Gems and Proper Creation. Want to Portal, describing rituals and rites to direct yourself to different planes. And the complete guide to languages, containing every known language and how to speak it.
Okay. First off, I'm gonna do an entry into my journal, and then I'm going to do a bit of reading on that book before, the Comprehended Languages book thing, and see if I can learn anything. And then I hope that after that I can go to my room and get a long rest.
All right. You pop open the language book and you begin reading. What language would you like to start reading about?
Deep speech.
Deep speech. You read through the deep speech section of the book and grasp a fairly basic but pretty decent enough dialect on deep speech.
Alright, cool.
So you can now communicate in deep speech.
Oh yeah. I read a lot. I'm a fucking nerd.
Now, slight thing about these, although this book is unlimited in its froth of knowledge, there is a 3-day the languages you read about last for about 3 days.
Oh, okay. But I could also technically use this book as like a reference book.
Yes,
Okay, cool. I'm cool with that.
so long as you have the book on you, you could always use it as a translation book.
Alright, got you. I probably should have read one of the other books then, but fuck it. Yeah. In that case, I'll finish off the journal. I will go up to my room and see what is there.
All right. You head on up the stairway. The doormen check for the ring, find it, and you head on up. Nice velvetly covered stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Your room is up on the 3rd floor. You pass up to your room number, and another doorman guarding your particular door
Mm-hmm.
checks for the ring's engraving and then opens the door.
Nice.
Inside the room, much like I said, well done, well adorned, lush seating, couches, a cabinet of imported wines and ales, sure to be billed if you were to drink any, but such comes the price of living high.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I mean, I've got my hip flask for now, so I'll be fine. So I'm gonna take a look and see if there's like a bathroom or anything.
Of course.
Good. I'm gonna look at that. I'm gonna look at myself and I cast Prestidigitation just to clean myself. Oh, that takes out about 10 minutes. Alright. I guess without further ado, I'll even though the door is guarded, I'm still going to block it because I don't have armor on now, and I'm going to make sure the windows are well locked, and any other entry points I would like to make sure they are stuck.
You secure the you secure the windows and go to secure the door to find that it is already magically locked
Oh, okay.
with the highest degree.
Okay, good. In that case, something else I'll also do is do a ritual for alarm, and do it for basically anyone except me.
Got it.
So, yep. And then from there, I will try to rest.
All right. That leaves the two town goers of Cheese and Nick who are patrolling the streets for some reason. What shall you do?
I want to talk to Quiet One.
Mm-hmm.
I turn around and look directly down at you.
I want to ask if you want to know.
Want to know?
Yes.
I tilt my head slightly, a little bit confused.
You know why you're here, or what you are.
I kneel down.
Okay. Well, I don't know if I should say it or if it should be in a private message.
Probably a private message since no one else is around and I'm guessing you're trying to be discreet.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
Or
since you already know the origins of your character, not actually like in the game, but you yourself,
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that.
we can say that she can sufficiently fill you in on the details of your existence.
mm-hmm.
And if you'd like, Cheese, I can tell you the reasons of his existence.
You don't need.
Alright. So you have enlightened the robot of his purposes and his origins.
I guess I missed something then.
I told Quiet One
Oh, cool.
what he is,
Nice.
but not like.
I'm just sort of sitting there for a minute, not even moving, just trying to process this. My face, the lights on my face immediately become sort of a bright orange. And they sort of form an oblong. So it went from sort of a cloudy, random, nebulous effect that's just flying around my face to this shape. And then I immediately stand up at attention. And then for a moment later, it disperses back to normal.
Anyways, would either of you like a room?
Do I know where Chaos went?
You did know that he went to Sadistic Comfort, yes.
You also probably
Do I
assumed that.
go there?
You wish to go there? Alright. You head on into Sophistic.
So I'm not sure. Can I go to Kels's room, or was there something blocked?
You can request that Chaos be informed of your presence, but
Yes.
you yourself would not be able to just walk on up there. It's guarded by 2 guards and a magic lock.
Okay. I want them to let Alexander know that I'm here.
I'm also following you, right behind you, basically.
I do it.
All right. Chaos.
Mm-hmm.
You hear a faint knock on the door as the doorman, through the use of magic, pages you and informs you of a yellow Kenku and a possible Warforged requesting your presence in the lobby.
Well, just as I got ready for bed, I then get unready for bed and put on my normal clothes and put on my glasses again. And without taking like my gear and shit, I just start walking down and I sort of look at first just to see the ridiculous scene of a yellow bird and a giant warforged, and I just gesture them up.
Hey, best friend.
Hello. I'm guessing you're here for a room.
Yes.
All right. Q1, you want to follow too? I don't mind really. All right, come on up. So yeah, they can come to my room, I guess.
I suppose as I step, the fragile glass and cutlery slightly shakes a bit.
Oh god. Wait, can we actually come up?
What was that? I'm sorry, what was that?
Oh, I was just saying that they can come up to the room.
Ah. You...
Ooh.
Fucking what the shit?
Everything all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my mic just fucking suicided itself.
Damn.
Okay, fuck off, Mike. We're gonna shove you right back where you go. Scissor arms. Wonderful, they can just drop your mic.
Mm-hmm.
So you head on up to the room, explaining to doormen that they are your guests and they are permitted with you.
Mm-hmm.
And only with your presence are they allowed.
Mm-hmm. Alright, cool. I ignore the giant alarm in my head as they both walk in. I may just say, there's probably somewhere for you to rest. I'd prefer to have a bed by myself. But if you need anything, just let me know before I rest. I could do with it.
So
You can request that the lobby bring up proper bedding material.
Oh yeah, can I do that?
Yes, they can bring rolling bed.
Right. I basically just say, if anyone needs to make a request, go ahead. Just don't touch a fridge, because I'm not going to pay for anything in there. So yeah, make your requests. I guess you won't need anything in Q1. All robotic and all. Cheese, how about you?
You're not gonna pay for it.
Oh no, you can stay here, but I'd prefer not to pay for everything in that mini fridge right now. If you want to pay for it, go ahead. You're hungry?
Yes.
I mean, you can go and get some food, I think.
I don't have much money.
What? Oh, right, fuck.
Have I scroll bankrupted you?
Okay,
What?
well, you know what? Because we are friends, I will help you out this time with some food. Just, I don't know, how much... So bear in mind that I already asked about meals and shit. How much would it be for, like, something pretty standard?
For your fair course of... for a nice meal, which
Yeah.
includes main course, side course, and drink,
Mm-hmm.
should run you about 10 gold.
Okay, yeah, fuck it, I'll come down to then. And I guess I'll pay 20 gold. Because I know even though he can fucking pay for it, I'm such a nice person.
What? Just because I can pay for it doesn't mean
I'm a nice person, so I will pay for it.
yes.
So you
I also say, Q1, do you want to follow or sit here? I don't mind. Actually, no, stay here if you want to, look after the stuff and things.
my face flashes for just a moment, and then I stand to the back of the room, sort of surveying everything.
Alright.
robotic security.
Yep, fair enough.
You and Cheese head on down to the the eating room, the dining room, and order a couple standard meals.
Mm-hmm.
Refills are free. Would either one of you like to get absolutely fucking trashed on fine wines and imported ales?
There's a lot to be said for that.
Yeah. I just sort of look, I'm just gonna think, maybe I shouldn't be shit-faced in the Citadel. And maybe only have about what is a moderate amount, but not enough for a hangover.
Oh, gotcha.
You know, but also, obviously, the finest wine I can get away with. Or whiskey, if they have that. Spirits.
They have a lot of. They have a lot of those.
Fine spirits. An old-fashioned fucking whiskey or some shit.
What of you, Cheese? What's your drink of choice?
Water.
Water.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And I want to ask Alexander. Dessert.
Well,
You want
dessert.
Dessert.
Oh, dessert? Is there a dessert with it?
Well,
Well, you-
I have the dessert.
How much is a dessert?
No, no,
Dessert's an extra 2 gold.
don't buy one. I have a dessert already.
Oh.
Hmm?
I'm very curious now. From where?
I pull out 7 dumplings from the 77 I have.
God.
So
Those
I
are
think
meat dumplings. They're entree.
Yeah, I know.
I just sort of look, I was like, I'm fine, thanks. You can have them. Just, you know?
You don't.
Hmm?
Do you not care about my gifts?
No, I do care, and I thank you for it, but, you know, as a friend, I must decline, or else I will be fit to burst.
Well, just eat one.
One?
One.
How bad do these look right now?
They look fine.
Can I, like, check it and see if it's okay? Like, just to make sure, like, any shit expired.
If you had the spell detect, there's a detect like poison or something.
Okay, now I was just
There's a
thinking, like,
spell that
looking...
heals-
Hmm.
Oh, if
Like, just look and see if it's
at it
expired and would,
visually,
like, fuck up my stomach.
they look fine visually.
Okay. I will take a small bite.
No, take the whole.
I really can only manage a small bite, I'm terribly sorry.
Take the whole thing.
Why do you want me to eat all of this?
Just one.
Can I
That's what
inspect it?
friends-
Sure. I mean,
Like, is there a way for me to inspect it to see if there's something fishy with it? Can I do a check of that?
yeah.
Perception, maybe? Like,
That would be. Yeah, perception. Or no, investigation.
oh, fuck. I just did perception, fuck. Do you want that to be an investigation roll then? Because my investigation is a +3, so just take off 3, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
Yep, so it's
with
either 18 or 15.
So with a 15,
Also, bear in mind I've already taken a bite out of it.
with a 15, you bite into the stale dumpling.
Mm-hmm.
It's not spoiled or anything.
Mm-hmm. Not
So
tampered with?
No, you're fine.
Mm-hmm. I just sort of look and I say, it's a little bit stale, isn't it?
You want another one?
No, I'm fine. It's stale.
I'll
But
eat
thank you.
the other 6.
I'm gonna do a minor illusion of me eating it, but I basically just stick it on the chair, like underneath the table, and I make a little sound of it hitting, like the like I do like a little like gulping sound as well, just to cover the sound of it dropping. So yeah, I do it for like just an instant, basically.
All right. You Cheese, I'm gonna have you roll a perception check.
He's
on
not
that.
looking for it.
I am
Well,
not
see,
looking for it.
But he's not
But
looking for it.
perception is when you
Fuck.
what's passive perception on you?
17.
All right. Then Chaos, I'm gonna have you roll a deception check then,
Fuck's sake.
because you are deceiving his passive. You said it was what, 17?
Yes.
Okay.
I've only got a +5. Fuck. Alright, I'm gonna do I'm feeling lucky.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 1 ticked off. I mean, fuck, if I'm about to rest soon anyway, even if I blow through all 3 of these, you know. 16, that's not enough. Let's blow through another.
The last one's gonna be over.
Let's blow through another. Hey!
Oh,
Oh, I can't do lucky anymore, but hey, I'm taking a long rest soon anyway.
You fucking blow through all your luck points.
Yes, I'm sleeping anyway.
All right, it succeeds. You successfully fool your best friend into eating a stale dumpling that would have given you no ill effect.
Mm-hmm. Damn right I do. And I sort of just look and I just say, so why are you really doing this?
what?
Look, I know we're friends, but I just want to know if this is quite a change in tone from wanting to kill me.
We're friends.
Yes, but we weren't about, I don't know, a few hours ago. What changed?
You became my friend.
Yes, but what made you decide that, as opposed to wanting to kill me?
I don't know.
Friends share secrets, right?
Yeah.
Would you like to share some secrets?
I mean, I don't have any secrets.
No, okay. Alexander still sits there for a moment. Well, if you have nothing else to say, I would like to go back and sleep.
You, it's a Dendar, right?
Yes. At least what I think it
Yes.
is.
Okay, well, can you let me talk?
Can you? Well, here's the thing. I can't get in contact all the time. But, look, I have a suspicion, okay? Now, you probably already know this, but... let me pull out, so basically Alexander gets like a little, like, notepad out. And he's going to recite the following. Dendar, what I read. Lesser god, gains power by followers, eats nightmares, trapped to a plane of existence in a clave which no one seems to have gone to. My experience, sacrifice souls, not nightmares. So not feeding or to grow powerful, not helping Dendar escape the realm. No instruction to get followers. I myself have been to a plane and no one seems to go to. Conclusion, Dendar is lying / not telling everything / is not Dendar. Perhaps Alexander has an unusually close link, blah 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 blah. And he basically just says that and says, so, bearing in mind you are also knowing, could you tell me some things about this?
Oh,
Will you?
You obviously know a lot about me, and I would really appreciate this.
so I really want to talk to Dendar. And if I told you, then maybe you would be able to talk to Dendar anyway.
What do you mean not able to?
What does Dendar know we're having this conversation?
No.
Okay.
Probably not.
If I tell you this, will find a way to let me talk to Dendar?
I will try my best, but at least from what I know, you need to forge a contract. I could tell you the way I first found it, but, you know, if you want to make this sly, write a note or just pass it over to me. I appreciate any information.
Okay. I tell Chaos the thing.
The thing.
I don't.
How much of the thing? That whole first part that I told you of the thing?
Everything, a little bit.
Yes, hold on.
You copy and DM him what you want to tell him.
I will put an intermission up.
Yeah, I'll do the whole thing.
Man, omniscience is really interesting, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't really think about it, but yeah, I just go.
Oh, holy shit. Now, for the sake of dramatic tension, the people watching at home are not going to see what I'm going to say until I say it. So, let's have a little bit of drama here, eh? Now, let me make sure I go off of this. Now, at this point, Alexander ponders, and he looks at you, and he says with the most genuinity he can, "Thank you. It seems we have an aligned goal."
Friends.
Now, considering the information you have given me, this will hopefully be enough to get some information. Now, bear in mind the patron in question, would I know anything about it from my readings?
What now?
So, bearing in mind I've read a lot anyway, and I've been given the name of my actual patron, would I know anything about it?
No.
So it's a name I haven't heard before. Wait, is this up? Yeah, it is. Okay. Oh, my stream's fucking up. Alright. I basically just look and I say, you know what? It's a deal, bird. And, you know, we can be friends. Now, if you excuse me, I believe it's about time for my meeting. And I take a look at a piece of paper that usually has some numbers on it.
Yeah?
What number is it?
It's a 4.
That's not normal. Alright. Well, I'm going to take your information and I'm going to try and have a long rest.
Okay.
And, you know, let's see if someone wants to reach out.
Yeah. Everyone, long rests.
Alright. Reset that. Okay, confirm. Boom. Yep, that's my long rest done.
Alright.
So, bear in mind I didn't get any contact.
No.
Okay. So, bear in mind I now have that name.
Uh-huh.
I want to go back to the library and ask them to look for any books with that name.
You,
They get up pretty goddamn early, like 4 AM.
well.
Oh wait, will the library be open? It won't. I basically go there as early as I can.
Alright. You head to the library at the wee hours of 8 AM. Because they don't open earlier than that. And you retrieve the books
Okay.
on that
So
particular that particular D&D or
okay.
D&E.
So would I have also had those other books restored yet?
Yes.
Okay, I take those too, and I would like to immediately start reading about this.
Immediately, huh?
Yep, immediately. Like right in the fucking library.
Oh. Like just standing there? Or do you want to
Well-
actually go find like a seat?
Yeah, a seat, but you know, like basically think like university cramming session, like all the fucking books and D&D's equivalent of like an energy drink or something.
Gotcha. All right. So you're just gonna cram all the books?
I want to read through all of them and get anything I can, anything about what they are, like what they do, what they represent, how to communicate with them, anything they do, common tricks, just absolutely everything I can to make a fact file of it.
Okay.
Like, I'm particularly looking for a way to contact them as like a speciality, but anything else is also very good.
All right. So popping open the book you restored, it goes into the intricate process on soul crafting.
Mm-hmm.
It goes into detail on the obtaining souls, how to make them, how to duplicate souls through a very intricate and long-winded process. You seem to grasp the details on the difference between necromancy, which is the resurrection of a body and the implementation of a low-level hollowed soul,
Mm-hmm.
and soul crafting, which is making a new individual, essentially birthing a soul into the world without the reproductive process.
Okay. I'll stow that book away and go on to the next book.
On to the next book, Diamonds in the Rough.
Mm-hmm.
A book on soul gems and their proper creation, outlining a lot of what you had in the previous book, but in a bit more dumbed down sense,
Okay.
which, given the intricate topic at hand, did help you understand some things that you didn't in the previous book.
Okay, I'm going to skip over the planar traveling one and go straight to the patron one, just in case the planar traveling is or is not important for that.
On to soul crafting for beginners, detailing the usage of gens attuned to souls. You will learn that when a soul is still existent within a realm, it can be bound to objects, and that crystalline structures, being rigid in form, are most suitable for holding a soul.
Mm-hmm.
Now, while not always gems, it could be orbs, staves, any implant within a weapon, and the soul can be used as a form of energy,
Okay.
which is where a lot of the more negative light of soul gems and soul crafting comes from, for those who want to harvest it for an energy source and not as a life form.
Mm-hmm.
Soul gems can also be used to trap abandoned souls, recover them, transfer them to new bodies.
Okay.
The depictions of said gems look very similar to that weird gem Rufio had upon dying and then Q1 picked up and then implanted in his chest.
Noted.
And you can say you firmly understand how to craft a soul, how to capture a soul, and how to embed it and imbue it into things.
Okay. So, like, for example, if I was to see a living person, I could take their soul and put it into a crystal.
No.
Ah, damn it.
You would first have to obtain their soul.
Ah,
You,
okay.
you can't do the Thanos snap like
Yeah, that other guy.
tall, pale, and handsome did back down the crypt. But should someone die and you had a crystal, you
Mhm.
could attune it and hope that the soul goes in there instead of, the fucking waiting room.
Okay, so it helps alleviate death.
Yes.
Got you. Now, the book in question that I'm very much curious about.
Yes.
Did you say that the gnomes were able to find anything on that name?
Yeah. Couple of books, general books about gods and deities.
I want to ingest all of the information about that name.
All right. Ingesting as much you can.
Basically,
You
yeah.
learn of the patron's rather twisted nature.
Mm-hmm.
Not having entirely the most coherent train of thought, and that only those who are really pretty much insane take them on as a patron. You do learn throughout these books how to commune with the patron.
Hmm.
And it sounds rather unpleasant.
What is it?
Well, in order to summon a ritual, a commune with the deity in question, you have to light a sacrificial fire and stick your hand in it and just burn the ever-loving out of your hand.
Ah.
And should the patron not fall over laughing a wicked and evil laugh, and just watch as you burn your arm, you will be spared the pain and the scarring,
Mm-hmm.
and you will be allowed to commune.
Okay. Good.
So it's not even guaranteed. You might just burn your hand.
Mm-hmm. Hence why I'm not going to do it just yet. Hmm. Okay. Is that all I get?
That's all I can really say on stream without, depicting everything.
Ah, right, got ya. So basically, I could know more, but maybe you want to talk about that off.
You get all the knowledge you receive from this.
Okay, good. Alright, well, I guess we've got stuff to talk about later on then.
Nice.
Alright, so yeah, I'll keep that for now. Yeah, let me just do a little intermission really quick. Anyway, you guys do what you need to do. Alexander's just gone through his cramming session.
Yeah, I gotta do some things for tomorrow, so.
Okay, are we gonna end it here?
There is another part. It won't take. Well, I mean, I guess it. I don't know. What do you think, Beppy?
How long will the other part take?
It depends on how off track you get. It could take like 30 minutes. That's my guess. Should you want to continue on, we can also cut it.
I don't know. Nick has to open.
What have you, Cheese?
I don't care what happens. I can go.
If the preference was mine, I would prefer to end it here purely because I haven't slept for the last 48 hours and I have to open.
Nice.
But I could also go on at least until 11,
All right.
if we wanted to continue. But
I mean, yeah, it's completely up
have-
to you guys. I can go for as long as everyone else wants to go for.
I will say you have not yet reunited with Larry, should the chance be there.
We could maybe just take a look at the seating area, right? Is that the thing we can do?
You
Hold
can.
on. She's never told me what happened to Larry.
Do I? Well, I know what happened to her.
You do.
Yes.
Do you wish to tell Beth?
Well, yes.
Do you wish to tell just Beth?
Can I know what it is first?
You can. You now know
Okay.
where.
Okay.
You now know the whereabouts of the Larry.
Yeah, just tell everyone. He's
Yeah. Okay. He's in the fucking waiting room in the Great Hall,
Yep.
where his soul is. All right.
Yeah. All right. Should we head over there? Like, just quickly?
You end your cramming section, grab the rest of the group, and speed on off to the Great Hall. Ah. Okay. Shit. I didn't separate. Ah, here you are. Making your way through the town, you come across the Great Hall, the building that sits overlooking the city. With its formidable size, guards guard the entryway. However, you are allowed freely in and out should you be legally in the city, which you are.
Mm-hmm.
Heading inside, you find yourself at the map of the building with signs pointing in each direction. There are bathrooms, there's the tax office, dead ahead is the secretary, and the waiting room.
I run for the waiting room.
Okay, anyone else?
Is there any
I
clear way
also-
to take a look in the waiting room? Like, is there like a process we need to go through in order to like go in there, or can we literally just run towards it?
You can head in there. It's rather full.
I mean,
I
I'll take a look.
also walk towards the waiting room.
yes.
Upon walking into the vast waiting room that stretches into the horizon, you're greeted with many lines backed all the way up to the door. However, a pathway winds around to the row of desks, allowing you to pass by. Each desk lined up next to the other. Sitting in front of them are rows and rows of chairs. In front, sitting down, is one very angry goblin. Clutching a ticklet, such silent fury, you're sure this place would be painted red should he have the chance.
I run to Larry.
I follow.
I also try and get his attention. Also, did that play?
No, I didn't hear it.
Damn fucking.
You run on up to the small, angry goblin. And he hugs Beth with such ferocity. He is happy again.
I
Thank
start
fuck.
crying.
Uh,
You're my baby.
While he is fine and safe, he still needs to be here.
Hmm.
I stay here with
He will explain the process that despite his body being present, he needs to wait through these lines and go through the correct way. If he were to travel outside, he won't be free to return. He hands over a small booklet detailing what to do and how to proceed. Section 24G, paragraph 5 states that should a soul want to reunite with its body, the body must be in a non-critical, non-enslaved, and have maintained its original form and have not died in a legitimate means, which Blairy actually has fulfilled all the criteria. This process involves a multi-step process that could take upwards of 10 years with a minimum of a 2-year processing time after the process has been completed.
Hmm.
However, there's a loophole. If a divine or a deity, rank 3 or higher, demands the return of the being to the material plane, the being in question is returned regardless of condition via divine orders. This is mostly used for high-ranking followers, their patrons, or their religion. Larry says that he will hold on to his dead body and the girl, should you like, but all in all, he has to stay here.
So, quick question. You probably know I'm going to
Yes.
question.
Uh-huh.
So,
Can
what
I
level is
call
my patron?
Afroduck?
What now?
What level is my patron? Like, in regards
What
to
level
things.
is your patron? Your patron is level 2,
Damn it.
or rank 2.
Okay.
Rank 1, you are a divine being. Rank 2, you achieve the ability to gather patron status. Rank 3, you become a deity.
Right. Okay.
And above there is kind of honorary ranks.
Gotcha.
I will be back shortly.
Right.
Okay, I got it. I'm gonna call on Afro. I'm gonna ask for this favor.
Hmm?
My God, my
Oh, right,
religion,
yeah.
Afroduck.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, you're still talking through a Drew's mic, so it cut out a little bit.
I'm not at my desk.
Alright, fair enough. I mean, all I'm going to say was Alexander was ready to start a fire.
Why would you?
Hmm?
Why would you burn it?
No, other reasons. If you got to
What
gain
reason do you
contact.
have to? What reason do you have to burn?
That's not what. Well, put it this way: if I need to talk to someone, there needs to be fire, right?
You were cutting out.
If I need to talk to my patron, I mean, as I've read about, I need a fire.
Oh,
But well, it appears my patron is not high enough level, so you know. Oh, there goes Beth. Technically Beth, but not really Beth. Okay. I don't know what's up with my phone lately, but it's just really fucking cutting out all the damn time. It's so far behind.
Mhm.
are you on your phone now?
Sorry?
Are you using your phone to?
I use the
Use
phone to
this.
read chat, but it's the actual stream itself that seems to be really far behind on the phone. Don't know why.
You're cutting out again.
Sorry?
You're cutting out again.
Oh fuck, really?
That was a bit weak.
Okay, how does this sound?
It's louder, but
Fuck's sake. Okay. So I guess my internet is just fucking up. Great. Brilliant.
Shitty internet aside,
Mm-hmm.
Shinternet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sorry if I cut out.
So
There we go.
the waiting room where Larry lies has been visited. Would you like to do anything else?
I want to try to contact Afroduck.
Afroduck cannot be contacted
So
because you are in a different plane as Afroduck. He cannot travel the different plane.
Cheese, cheese,
So just a,
goose statue, cheese.
I mean,
Um,
I've got an idea. So bearing in mind I know about a decent amount of soul weaving and shit,
Uh-huh.
could I get Larry's soul from the waiting room, put it into a gem, and somehow transfer it into his body?
No.
Fuck.
That is illegal. The guards would seize you.
Damn it. Okay.
It's almost as if this has happened before.
Yeah, almost. Okay. So, just to get an idea. So, we need the divine person thing, or we wait.
Yes, you could either wait 10 years, in which case you would think that the prince would have gotten his way and had taken over the entirety of the material plane with Amadeus.
Mm-hmm.
But, Larry would be back.
Right.
Or you could go on a grand adventure and find deity or celestial rank 3 or higher
Yeah, that does sound like an idea.
to pardon you.
Cheese, where is a rank 3 or higher deity?
is the goose rank 3 or higher?
I hate to admit it, the goose is kind of like Satama from One Punch.
Ah.
It's just a very strong goose.
But Cheese knows how to basically get this shit done.
Do I? Well, I guess.
Does he?
You do know.
So.
What? Wait, what do I know?
You know everything, so you know how to
yeah.
find the thing that we need through the easiest path possible. You know the easiest way.
I should just give you supreme clairvoyance.
It's more or less that, and I get the feeling that no, it's a really strange feeling, but I get the feeling that at some point there's going to be this magical monster that can like wipe memories or something. I don't know, seems a bit strange.
I want to point out, you do know the process in which to summon the goose. I feel like that's a tidbit of knowledge you should know.
Oh god.
You have at-will goose summoning abilities.
Jesus Christ.
Goose summon.
I shouldn't have brought those fucking books. I could have brought a fucking wish.
So, the goose summoning, it is a consumable. Those statues, they summon the different phases of goosedom.
So I have clay, plastic, and silver.
Yes.
So which stages are those?
Well, silver is buff goose. The clay and plastic ones, they summon normal goose.
Okay.
I mean, to be pretty honest, maybe not have him spawn.
As for where to go next, your supreme knowledge tells you that the secretary probably knows where things are.
Alright. Secretary.
Alright, well, if I've been told the secretary can help us, I'm gonna go over there.
Alright, so go to the secretary.
If there isn't a really easy way that Cheese already knows about, yeah.
Alright. Heading on up to the tall counter, you see behind it sitting a furblock with long, thick dreads.
Mm-hmm.
Like Californian surfer 1-inch diameter dreads.
Right.
His feet are kicked back on the desks as he leans back in his chair, greeting you without even moving positions.
I begin to approach, then I let Beth approach.
Hello. I have a couple questions.
What's up?
My friend's soul was stolen and now he's in mine, but we're trying to save the universe and we can't wait for 10 years. Where do I go to get the deity person so we can not wait?
Shit. You need to chill,
Hey,
bruh.
that's my baby! Dead. I have his body.
Whack.
Can I walk up to the counter?
Yeah, go ahead.
You see Alexander getting slowly more impatient.
He takes one of his hands and pushes one of his dreads aside, and he just looks at you and what do you call him? Ricasona? Yeah, one of them weirdos.
I am a little bit taken back. I look to both. I look to Beth quickly, look to Chaos quickly, look back at him. I point at the high guy, and then I point to me, tilting my head.
What about you?
I then point to one of the symbols on my forearm.
Yeah?
I think what my friend is saying is, do you know anything about that?
Oh, it's been a while since Asona has come in here. Let's see. Cena peers down out and looks at the symbols. 9th Division, Squadron 32, Sona model, 69.
God fucking damn it.
Yeah, you're a recon unit.
I point to 69. You immediately see all of the light particles in my face just roll back to the back to the what could be defined to be the back of my skull.
Seeing this, I just sort of say, look, thank you for that information, but back to the topic at hand. How do we find the divine entity we need to get that soul back sooner rather than later?
Right. Let's see. Bends down behind the desk. Well, let me explain a couple things. You don't seem to be well versed.
Haven't died yet.
Well, I'm not saying you're incompetent. Anyway, you're currently in the Outer Lands, particularly the inner lands of the Outer Land.
Baby,
The inner outer.
What?
what are you hitting?
The bed frame? Why?
Oh,
Yes. So before all this humbo jumbo came to be, everything looked like a mix between what it looked like in here, bright green, sunny, nice, and what is out in the current Outer Lands, ash, gray, death. It was habitable. Then, all the deities showed up and started fighting. They came to a mutual agreement and fucked off to their own dimension. With a certain fellow that you material planers seem to call Death or Grim Reaper, however you call him. He rules over here. Each realm has a gate, which you'll find in the center of this building. The gates are permanent structures that allow you to go throughout the dimensions. They all link up to here. This is the middle ground. Well, Death, being the lazy fuck he is, decided to hire a bureaucratic process of people guarding the gate in terms of their freedom. If you want to get to any deity, you're going to go through a gate. However, a lot of deities don't like people just going through their gates, so you're going to want to use the back door. He bends behind the counter, takes out a couple of amulets, and hands them one to each one of you. With these, you're allowed to go through the transdimensional door right there at the end of the hallway, pointing over to a blue metal door. He can plug in the info to take you to whatever dimension you'd want to see, and these amulets allow you to travel back through transdimensional doors. However, it might not be the same one you entered from. Most times, they don't stick around. So once you're through a dimension, you're gonna probably be there for the time before you find another one. Or you could always go through the main gate, should you find it. Your best bet would probably be find one of the patrons, or a willing deity, maybe do a favor for one of them. But a lot of people I've sent on this mission haven't returned.
Know any particularly charitable ones, and ones that will give the most likely chance of, getting him back?
Well, any of the good ones. Usually the nicer ones are celestials that have the power. I can't name any of them off the top of my head. I never really cared to memorize the names.
You at least plug us to one of them?
He goes down and picks one that hasn't really been contacted in a while. Most of the nicer ones don't allow back doors to happen. So he plugs you up for a particular place by the name Woodhearth.
Okay.
What? Nature?
Possibly.
Yeah. Now, before we go running into there, one thing. And I just remember I don't have any armor on because I have it back at the crafters. So I go back to the crafters and get my armor.
Before doing so, the secretary asks you, by chance, do I smell bitch snake?
That's what I thought it smelled, but unfortunately no, it's someone else. An imposter. Usually a little bit chaotic. Some say only the insane. Take this one.
Nah, I'm pretty sure I smell bitch snake Dendar on you.
Well, I'm pretty sure you're wrong. Anyway, what does this have to do with anything?
Not much. Dendar usually just tries to back off of other patrons that don't know their patron. Tries to get people to poison the sleeping, try to gain her power so she can breed drink too and become a patron.
Sure.
Usually manipulates.
Sure. And with that, I'm still gonna walk out. Because I already have other knowledge.
Run back to Larry and tell him what's going on.
Alright, you inform Larry the Goblin of the current status of your adventure.
Now I want to give him a big, giant hug and tell him that I'll be back.
As you will be.
And as I start walking away, I start crying.
Alright. Heading on back, you head back and get your scale armor.
Alright, cool. Is it still light?
It is.
Is it pretty good?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Alright, cool. I guess I'll equip immediately, see how it feels.
Hold on.
No.
Let me just quickly bring it up. So you equip it immediately?
Unless there's a reason not to. Yeah.
No, not really.
I mean, does it look pretty good? Like, you know, in regards to things that look pretty alright?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright.
I
Fuck it.
just need to make it up here
Alright.
because I didn't realize I had to make them entirely. Shouldn't take more than a second.
Yeah, I feel like it'd probably be a good idea to have armor before I go into a place where most people don't come back from.
Yee. Alright. And then from here. Alright. Man. Alright. You equip the scale mail.
Alright. I'll take that.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll
Go
take
ahead
that.
and refresh.
Yeah, if I see it.
You see the which one do you see?
Scale mail medium.
Or wait, did I make it medium?
Yeah, it's a medium. At least from what I saw. Hold on. Yeah, since unless I have proficiency in it, it kind of fucks up everything else I do.
Don't worry, I'll fix it.
Okay, thank you. She's
But for
fucking
all
Christ,
intents
that's
and
heavy.
purposes, that is what it's gonna be.
Alright, cool. I'll take that. Who knows, maybe I can improve it later on. Also, now Alexandra is now shiny.
You are reflect.
Mm-hmm.
Shine,
Yes, I am now shiny because I have bronze dragon scales all over me.
shine.
Yes, shiny. I still have that troll skull, don't I? Okay. Oh, but wait, did my staff recharge?
Yes.
Oh, right, so should I do a roll? Alright, cheers.
What are you rolling for?
It's a 1d4 plus 1 to get the charge back.
Oh, yes.
So, you know, at most I can get 5s, at least I get 1.
Yeah. Roll the recharge.
Alright. That's 1d4 plus 1. Hey! So, shall I take off 5 or do you want to?
I'll tie it up.
Okay.
Oh, where's Dust 2 in all of this?
Oh, yeah, shit.
Dusty's just kind of been hanging around town.
Did you ever hear me talking about the whole maybe getting a dwarf and, you know, bringing him back
Wait,
for
Dusty.
demonic shit?
What about Dusty?
Can't he get his religion deity?
I suppose he could.
Does he want to try?
I mean, sure. Light. Okay, there we go.
Right, nice.
So, for all intents and purposes, I need to brainstorm some new content. Ain't gonna lie.
Hmm?
Okay.
Not gonna lie. I need to. I'll cut it off here
Yep, sure.
so
Alright,
that I
that's
can
fine.
more fantastically design what will happen next.
Yeah, don't worry. Should I take the charges off the stuff now?
Yeah, I'll take the charges off.
Alright, you will. Cool.
1, 2.
Bing.
Done.
Alright, cool. So yeah, should we leave it off for now then?
Yes.
Alright. Yeah.
With a new patron in hand,
New knowledge.
new knowledge for 2 completely different individuals.
Mm-hmm. And someone who I'm going to need to talk to a little bit at the end of all this.
I do want to point out, technically you could travel to Dendar's dimension.
I
Oh,
could.
However,
Then again, is it really, you know?
she has control over those in her world,
Mm-hmm.
only able to use minor abilities outside of it.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah. I guess that will do it for now. Anyone want to put in any last words? What? Oh, sorry.
Not really.
I thought you just fucking burped.
Oh, that was Beth in the distance.
Oh. Okay,
That
fair
was
enough.
a complete and utter accident.
Okay, so I heard it, I was like, wait, what? Oh,
I'm
okay.
sorry.
No, don't worry.
Excuse me.
That'll be your input. That's fine. Alright, yeah.
Oh,
Anyway.
last words? I
Mhm.
get a fucking TV mount tomorrow.
Nice.
42 inches glory hanging on my wall.
Oh, nice.
That's why your entire wall was barren.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's where a big fuck off TVs.
Anyway, stream ending
I
now.
also got